We have studied about the Newton's 3 law of motion. Now we'll solve the NCERT questions. First question, an object experiences a zero net external unbalanced force. So is it possible for the object to be traveling with a non-zero velocity? Yes, because if an object is moving in some direction with a constant velocity. Constant velocity means velocity is not changing with respect to time until and unless an external force is applied. So it is moving with constant velocity, will continue its state of motion. No net external unbalanced force is applied to it. Second, when a carpet is beaten with a stick, dust comes out of it. So it can be explained by the Newton's first law of inertia. That means when the carpet is beaten with a stick, dust comes out of it. जब भी हम carpet को beat करेंगे, जो dust particles हैं, initially they were at rest, but when it is beaten with a stick, the dust particles will resist its motion, so the dust particle will fall out and the carpet will be beaten. Third, why is it advised to tie any luggage kept on the roof of a bus with a rope? Same first law of inertia. Because initially when the bus is at rest, so the luggage on the roof is also at rest. Now when the bus will start moving, it will exert the force in the forward direction. So according to the third law, there is an equal and opposite reaction. There will be an backward force. So the luggage on the roof of a bus will fall backwards. And now the second condition will arise when the bus is in the moving motion. So whenever the driver will accelerate and stop the bus, so the force will be in the force will be in the backward direction and the luggage will fall in the forward direction. So it is advised that we have to tie any luggage with the rope. Fourth, a batsman hits a cricket ball which then rolls on a level ground. So a ball is hit which is rolling on the level ground. It after covering some distance, it is coming to rest. So what is the force which is applying on it so that it comes to rest? So it is the frictional force which opposes the state of motion. Frictional force is a force on the ball opposing the motion. The ball is applying the force in this direction and the frictional force is applied on the opposite direction of the ball. So the answer is C. Fifth question. A truck starts from rest. Whenever any object is starting from rest, its initial velocity is 0. Rolls down on a hill with a constant acceleration. It travels a distance of 400 meters in 20 seconds. So what we have to find? Acceleration. Now we have studied S is equals to ut plus half at square. Substitute the values. This becomes 0. Half into a into 20 into 20. So a becomes 2 into 400 upon 400. This gives us a is equals to 2 meter per second square. Now we have to find the force acting on the object. F is equals to ma by second law of motion. M we have been given as 7 tons, which is equals to 7 into 1000 kgs, and acceleration is 2. So this gives us 14,000 newtons. Sixth question. A stone of 1 kg, mass is 1 kg, is thrown with a velocity of 20 meter per second across the frozen surface of a lake and it comes to rest. When it is coming to rest, v is equals to 0 after traveling a distance of 50 meters. What is the force? So first we have to find A. V square is equals to u square plus 2as. V is 0. 400 plus. See, the stone is thrown with a velocity, so plus 2 into a into 50. So this gives us a is equals to minus 400 upon 100 minus 4 meter per second square. So F is equals to ma 1 into minus 4, which is minus 4 newtons. That means the frictional force is applying in the opposite direction of the motion of the stone. So answer is 4 newtons. Seventh, 8,000 kg engine pulls a train of 5 wagons each of 2,000 kgs. So the total mass of the train is 5 into 2000, that is 10,000 kgs. Along a horizontal force, if the engine exerts a force of 40,000 Newton. So, a train is there, engine is exerting a force of 40,000 Newton, and the track offers a frictional force. Frictional force will be in the opposite direction. So, the net accelerating force will be 40,000 minus 5,000 because it is acting in the opposite direction. That means 35,000 Newton. And we have to find the acceleration of the train. That means F is equals to ma. So force we have been given is 35,000 newtons, and the mass of the train is 8,000 kgs. So here 8,000 plus 10,000 mass will be 18,000 A. So A gives us 35,000 upon 18,000, 1.9 meter per second square is our answer. This will be the acceleration of the train. Now 8th question. A automobile vehicle has a mass of 1500 kgs. What must be the force between the vehicle and the road if the vehicle is stopped with a negative acceleration of minus 1.7 meter per second square? F is equals to ma. So this gives us 1500 into 1.7. 17 into 15 is 7 5 is 85, 14 15, 255. So that is 2550 newtons in the negative direction. So acceleration is negative, so the force is also acting in the opposite direction, therefore it is in the negative. Now what is the momentum of the object of mass m moving with the velocity v? We have studied momentum is the product of mass and velocity, so that is mv. 10th, using a horizontal force of 200 newtons, we intend to move a wooden cabinet. Wooden cabinet we are moving across the floor at a wooden constant velocity. What is the frictional force that will be exerted? See, the force we are applying is 200 newton. The wooden cabinet is not moving, therefore the frictional force applied will be minus 200 newton. Why is it minus? Because it is acting in the opposite direction of the force of the that we are applying. 11th question we have is two objects each of mass 1.5 kg. So two objects are there, each of mass 1.5 kgs, are moving in the same straight line but in the opposite direction. So they are moving in the same straight line m1 and m2. The velocity of each object is 2.5 meter per second before collision. So it is plus 2.25 and it is minus 2.5 because it is moving in the opposite direction. During which they stick together, what will be the velocity of the combined object after collision? So we have studied conservation of momentum states that m1 u1 is plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So 1.5 into 2.5 plus 1.5 into minus 2.5 gives us 1.5 plus 1.5v. So this will get cancelled out. So 0 is equals to 3v, therefore v is equals to 0 meter per second. So since they are moving in the opposite direction, the final velocity becomes 0. 12th, according to the third law of motion, when we push an object pushes back on us with an equal and opposite force. If the object is a massive truck parked along the roadside, it will probably not move. See, we have studied that momentum depends on the mass. So mass of the truck is very large. So if we apply a small force, the truck will not move. So yes, the student is justifying the answer that two opposite and equal forces cancel each other. The frictional force applied by the truck is large, so the truck is not moving. 13th, a hockey ball of mass 200 grams traveling at 10 meter per stick is struck by a hockey stick. So there are two objects, ball and a hockey stick. So mass we have been given as 200 grams, which is 0.2 kgs. It is traveling at a speed of 10 meter per second, is struck by a hockey stick so as to return back to its original path with a velocity of 5 meter per second. Calculate the magnitude of change of momentum. So the V1 is minus 5. Change of momentum, we find initial momentum m1 u1 is 0.2 into 10, that is 2 kg per meter second. Final momentum is m1 v1, that is 0.2 into 5. So this gives us 1 kg meter per second. So the change of momentum will be P2 minus P1, that is 1 minus 2. So minus 1 kg meter per second is your answer. 14. Bullet of mass 10 grams traveling horizontally with a velocity of 150 meter per second strikes a stationary wooden block. So conservation of momentum will be alright. Bullet is there and a wooden block is there. So mass of the bullet is 10 upon 1000, that is 0.01 kgs. It is traveling horizontally, so block is also there. Wood and comes to rest. So bullet is moving, initial velocity is 150 meters per second and it comes to rest, that means V1 is 0. Now in time is given 0.03 seconds. We have to find the distance, so S we have to find. So S is equal to ut plus half at square, or A is equals to V minus U upon T. We are applying the first law of motion, that gives us 0 minus 150 upon 0.03. So if we apply 50, that is minus 5000 meter per second square. So acceleration we have found out. We have to find the S. So S is equals to 150 into 3 upon 100 plus half into minus 5000 into t square. So 3 upon 100 into 3 upon 100. This gives us 5 2s are 3s are 9 upon 2 is 4.5, 100 5 5 2, that is 9 upon 4 minus 9 upon 4. So we have to find the magnitude of force, that will be multiplied. So this gives us 4.5 minus 2.25, which is 2.25 meters, and the magnitude of the force exerted is F is equals to ma. So 0.01 into A is minus 5000, so minus 50 newtons. 15th question. An object of mass 1 kg traveling in a straight line with a velocity of 10 meter per second, so collides with a stationary wooden block. So object is there, a wooden block is there. Mass 1 kg, m1 we have been given is 1 kg and m2 is 5 kg. Stationary wooden block is there, that means u2 is 0 and u1 is 10 meter per second. So it sticks to a stationary wooden block, then they both move off together. So the V for both the cases are the same. So according to the conservation of momentum, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. I'll substitute the values. So this gives me 1 into 10 is 10 plus 5 into 0 is 0 is equals to 1 plus 5 into v, because the final velocity of both the cases are same. So 10 upon 6 is equals to v, 1.66 is equals to v, 1.66 meter per second is the final velocity for both. Calculate the total momentum before the impact and just after the impact. So just before the impact is 10 meter per second and after the impact is 6 into v. Calculate the velocity. Velocity is 1.66 meters per second. We have as object of mass 100 kgs is accelerated uniformly from a velocity of 5 meter per second to the final velocity 8 meter per second in time 6 seconds. So we have to find the initial and final momentum. So P1 gives us m1 u1. So 100 into 5 is 500 kg meter per second, and the final momentum, that is m1 v1. So 100 into 8 is 800 kg per meter second. So also find the magnitude of the force exerted. So in order to find the magnitude of the force, we have to find A. A is V minus U upon T. So 8 minus 5 upon 6, that is 3 upon 6, 1 upon 2, 0.5 meter per second square. So F is equals to ma, 100 into 0.5, 50 newtons. 17th question. Akhtar, Kiran and Rahul were riding in a motor car that was moving with a high velocity on an expressway when an insect hit the windshield and got stuck on the windscreen. Akhtar and Kiran started pondering of the situation. Kiran suggested that the insect suffered a greater change in momentum as compared to the change in momentum of the motor car. See, Kiran's suggestion was right because the mass of the insect is very small as compared to the mass of the car, and we have studied in the law of conservation of momentum that the momentum before collision is equal to the total momentum caused after collision. So the change of momentum in insect will be much greater as compared to the change of momentum in the car. Now, Akhtar said that since the motor car was moving with a very large velocity, it exerted a greater force on the insect, and as a result the insect died. Yes, he is also correct, because since mass of the car is very high, so force exerted will be very high, because F is equals to ma. The mass will be high, it is directly proportional to mass, so the force exerted on the insect is also very high. Finally, Rahul, while putting an entirely new explanation, said that both the motor car and the insect experienced the same force and a change in their momentum. He was partially correct, because as per the third law, force exerted by the insect on the car is equal and opposite to the force exerted by the car on the insect. So this contradicts the fact that motor car and the insect have experienced the same force. The insect will be experiencing more force as compared to the motor car. Last, how much momentum will a dumbbell of mass 10 kgs transfer to the floor if it falls from a height, that is S is equals to 80 upon 100, 0.8 meters. Downward acceleration G or A is 10 meter per second square. So first we'll find, so when it is falling from a height, U is 0, so V square is equals to U square plus 2AS. So V square is equals to 0 plus 2 into A is 10 and S is 0.8. So this gives us V square is equals to 16. So V is equals to 4 meter per second. V cannot be negative. So V is 4 meters per second. Now we have to find acceleration. So find the momentum. So momentum is equals to P is equals to mv. P is equals to mv. So mass we have been given 10 and V we have found 4. So 40 kg meters per second. So this is a momentum exerted by the dumbbell on the floor. Thank you.